Students, good morning again to fourth video lecture of organizing chapter. We are going to understand different organization structures which prevail in organizations to achieve their objectives through the human beings. It's nothing but employees. So these organizational structures we will understand now. Number one is line organizational structure. Most of the departments, police, army and other organizations follow one line of structure. Functional organization structure. Organization structure will be depends upon the function. You take postal department, that is totally distribution, collection and distribution. The structure will be quite different. It cannot be compared with the production department or military or line department. Line and staff organization structure, committee organization structure, matrix organizational structure, virtual organization structure, cellular organization structure, team, boundaryless, inverted pyramid, and lean and flat organizational structure. So all these structures briefly we will understand with some live examples or the examples which we know very well. The first one is line organization structure. Two types are there. One is pure line organization structure, another one is departmental line organizational structure. So let's say known as a scalar, scalar chain, bottom to top, top to bottom, certain structure is built by the department or the organization. Military, general major, subedar, like that there will be some different structures are there, and vertical organization, and this is the oldest form of the organization. Look at production manager, foreman A, foreman B, foreman C. Under foreman A, workers are there. Okay, so this is a line organization. It will be like a scalar chain. Okay, in that departmental organization, instead of foreman A, foreman B, and that was divided according to the function wise. Foreman A spinning, foreman A spinning, and foreman A spinning. Under the foreman, 3 workers are there. Maybe that is department wise. So one spinning is one department. In that, production manager, spinning department, and associated workers are the subordinates. So line organization is a vertical organization which is like scalar and military type organization, and which is the oldest one. And there are 2 types. One is pure and departmental. Then coming to the characteristics of line organization, authority and instructions are vertical. Look at here, the production manager will contact the foreman, foreman will contact the worker. Production manager will give order to the foreman, foreman pass the order to the worker. Worker passes feedback to foreman, foreman will pass the feedback to the production manager, to the general manager. Okay, this is vertical. Line and authority are vertical, and the flow from top to the bottom. So either instructions from bottom to top to bottom, or the feedback from bottom to top. The unity of command is maintained in a straight line manner. So there should not be any bypass of instructions. Instructions may not be bypassed. Instructions are from general manager, production manager, foreman, worker, and other office staff itself. So instructions are unity of command is maintained in straight line. All persons at the same level of organization are independent of each other. Production man is independent, foreman is independent, worker is also independent about his duties and responsibilities. This structure specifies responsibility and authority for all the positions, limiting the area of action. Production manager, his action will be different, area is different, his duties are different. So responsibility and authority for all the positions, limiting the area of action. Where he can, when he can, how he can, that is possible with the production manager. In the same manner, foreman as well as worker. Okay. So advantage or merits are simplicity. We can know the ladder, hierarchy ladder we know. There is no confusion about that one. And the person who is joined in an organization as a worker, he know that he someday he may become foreman, and there is a possibility of becoming a production manager and also possibility of becoming a general manager, and if possible he will become a president of the organization or CEO of the organization, because each role and position from top to bottom will understand to the each and everybody, and it is an advantage, is a discipline. So there are certain boundaries are there, limitations are there, rules are there for each role, responsibility as well as authority were given. That's why possibility of discipline, prompt decisions. So everybody is working and as an independent, he can take decisions quickly according to his in his purview. Orderly communication will pass from top to bottom to top. And supervision as well as economical means scalar chain cannot be a long one, will be limited one, because this is maybe suitable for small organizations. That's why levels are very few, 2-3 levels are there. So easy, supervision is easy as well as economical also. Then demerits, lack of specialization. Okay, in departmental organization structure will be based on the department, possibility of specialization, but in line organization there will be no specializations. Everybody has to work each. And absence of conceptual thinking. The worker's thinking will not go beyond that. And the production manager or the manager thinking thought process should not go beyond that level. That's why conceptual thinking will be a lack of conceptual thinking, autocratic approach. So there is a process is there every day morning, worker will come and the process which he know, and he will start the process and complete. He don't think beyond that. Innovation, nothing will be there. Autocratic process means machine, like machine. Once you switch on the machine, it will take power and it will rotate unless you give the power itself. That's all. Machinery like machinery. Problems of coordination. People felt ego to respond to each other, and that is a possibility of lack of coordination. This is the characteristics, merits and demerits of line organization structure. Then coming to the functional organization structure. Second one is a functional organizational structure. So organization structure is created by grouping the activities on the basis of the functional required for the achievement of organizational objectives. You have 200 employees, you recruited different categories, BSc, BCom, BBA. So can you appoint a BBA person in production department? What he can do? He can't do anything. Okay, na? Just he will go to the manufacturing unit, open the YouTube, and he will see the YouTube or WhatsApp, Facebook. That's all. He can't do anything because he is related to the administration, and he will be there is a department of administration to be created, general management department should be created, or HR department is to be created, and he will be appointed in that department as a personnel officer or supervisor to look after, where we recruited him for looking after the personnel or employees of the organization. So there is now 200 people. You have to group them according to the production, finance, marketing, sales, accounts, and finance, and office, and some other related stores like that. So now you are dividing them according to the functions. Production department is a one function like that. For this purpose, all the functions required are classified into basic, secondary, and supporting functions. Okay, stores department is a supporting function to the production department. Billing and packing department, labeling and packing department is a supportive function for the main production department. So now you are making them into a structured, or you are creating them, grouping them into a different structures. That is one type of organization structure, that is a functional organizational structure. Features of this functional organizational structure is the whole activities of an organization are divided into various functions. Just earlier also we know the organization functions are production, marketing, sales, purchase, accounts, okay, stores, office, and marketing, like that were divided. Each functional area is put under the charge of one executive. So there is a production manager, there is a marketing manager, there is a sales manager, there is a accounts manager. One executive will be given charge. For any decision, one has to consult the functional specialist, and so whatever the decision to be taken, look at the departmental one. Spinning department is there. Spinning department executives all will be met with the production manager to take a decision regarding the spinning in that mill. Okay, so for any decision one has to consult the functional specialist. Limited span of control is there. Limited span of control in the sense, so each department there will be more people are there, I think. So if the more people are there, span of control will be limited, because these are the features. Look at the functional organization as I told, production, marketing, finance, and there are two plants are there, plant 1 and plant 2, and these general managers related to this were looking after the plant 1 production, plant 2 production. Look at that, general manager production is having plant 1 production manager, plant 2 production manager. Okay, you take the manufacturing concern, cement manufacturing concern, L&T, that is Microtech, I think. So these are having many number of production units are there, manufacturing units are there, cement manufacturing units. So general manager or manager production will be looking after all the functions of production at different plants, like finance and everything. Okay, so this is functional organizational structure. Then functional organizational structure, advantages, disadvantages. High specialization means we are dividing them according to the function itself. People who are working in the production department, they know each and every activity which is happened in production department. They are specialized in production department. They don't know about accounts or they don't know about finance. They are expertise in their function. So function specialization is possible. Another one is clarity in functioning each and every thing happened in the production, from small screw to the highest level function, they know very well. From the worker to the general manager, they know very well. That's why they have a very clear clarity on the function. No duplication, because all are specialized category people, and the people who are working in their area specialization, they felt very happy, and that is possible. Control and coordination is very much possible because all the people are working in the same function, Demerits calls for more coordination. People with some specialization, they feel alone or they feel rigid, and they don't coordinate with the other functional departments. And clear line of authority, slow decision making. It depends upon decision making depends upon the more people. So span of control is less. Automatically decision making will also become. It takes time. And suitability. The establishment of functional organization structure becomes necessary as a small organization grows and business activity becomes more and more concrete. Okay, so small organizations in this functional organization structure is suitable for the small organization. Then coming to the line and staff organizational structures. We are already discussed about the line, and now we are also understand about the staff. Characteristics. It refers to patterns in which staff specialists advise line managers to perform their duties. So in the line organization, they will appoint or make available staff specialists to advise the line managers or line officers or line workers. Line people will give advices. Staff people have the right to recommend but have no authority to enforce their preference on their departments. Okay, so suppose production manager is there. Now they would like to manufacture one new concept, new product itself. So he is the production manager is able to produce the goods, but the technicality of the new product will be less. That's why organization will appoint one specialist to assist the production manager in manufacturing the new unit, that is the staff. Okay, so the staff people have the right to recommend but have no authority to enforce their preference on other departments. Features are: origin structure clearly distinguishes between two aspects. One is administrative planning and execution. Okay, the staff person will give plan and will try to see the execution, but administration and production will look after by the production manager. Staff officers provide advice only to the line officers. They do not have any power of command over them. Okay, the production manager is having expertise in the production facilities. So if his line staff officer can guide the person, guide the production manager. You just understand, okay, now ATM manufacturer is there. So what type of notes can be put in ATM? One is 100. 100 notes are two types. One is the small and another one is the new one. Old one as well as the new one. 200 notes, 500 notes, 2000 notes. Okay. So whenever they are going to manufacture, they will take the advice of bank officers and also consult the RBI. And if it is possible, then the organization which is manufacturing the ATMs will form a committee with the help of bank officer as well as a retired RBI officer as a staff specialist to guide the manufacturer or the administration of ATM manufacturing. So the staff supplements the line members. Exactly, they will support They do not have any power of command because manufacturing process, assembling process of ATM will know to the manager of production only. The people will guide the manager itself. Okay, recent note by the central government to keep six airbags in a car. More than seating, four seating are there. 8 plus seaters are they asked to keep 6 airbags compulsory, that is. Then GO was passed, I think. So now organization, either Maruti or the Skoda or the manufacturers of car manufacturers will appoint the staff specialist to guide the production managers of car by designing the car, how to, where to manufacture, where to keep the balloon and when to be open, how it will be opened, everything will be designed by the production manager. Okay, so line and staff organization, managing director, general manager, production manager, marketing manager and personnel manager. Deputy are there, officer, worker. This is line organization. So for them, they may appoint specialists in that organization to advise in marketing or whatever it may be. Okay. Then coming to the advantages of line staff, it adds functional specialists to the pure line organization and the same sector combining at the merits of the two. Okay. So Corona, we know very well. Okay. And the one hospital which is specialist in certain categories will appoint one doctor who is expertise in chest, either chest and throat, some other where the infection is in that chest only. Okay, so chest specialist will be appointed. It brings expert knowledge to bear upon management. Because of this expertise, the management, it will be provided to the management. Functional specialists provide expert advice to the management on wide-ranging matters. So if 6 airbags not possible, then how many are possible? 4 are possible. 4 are 4 sites. So what is the cost to the company? And whether if the 4 were deployed or 4 were fitted, and is there any change in design of the car? If what is the change design, car design is going to change. If that change, whether the consumer will accept that change or not, all this to be looked after. So functional specialists provide expert advice to the management on wide ranging of matters. So due to fitting of 8 airbags, so which design is the better and which will which was liked by the customers, that advice given by the specialists, that is functional specialist. It provides for better placement and utilization of personnel and leads to more skill development. So if possible, we send our employees to particular areas and ask them to study and later guide us in development of the existing facilities. Okay, so it provides better placement and utilization of personnel and leads to more skill development. Earlier, hospital doesn't know how to treat the COVID patients. Then central government with the Zoom meetings and advises the heads of and department wise how to treat the COVID patients. Now it become very easy to all the hospitals to follow the protocol, treatment protocol. So disadvantages are line and staff relationship often lead to many frictions and jealousies. Okay, he is the advisor, functional advisor, insisting us to fit the 8 balloons in the car. Then the production manager is arguing if 8 were fit into that, 8 balloons are fitted, then the design of the car will be changed and it will be like ship or whatever it may be. So both are arguing for their own, and which maybe leads to some problems may arise also. Line managers may depend too much on staff experts and thus lose much of their judgment and initiatives. Okay, so what the people said, finally the production manager compromised and fitted the 8 balloon, released the 8 balloon car, which is not according to the taste of the customers, existing customers or the new customers. Automatically company has to pay the cost. The staff experts may remain ineffective because they do not get the authority to implement their recommendations. The staff expert is he is insisting for safety, but the line expert, production manager, he is insisting on cost. Both are arguing if anyone is compromised, then the product may be changed or product may be released with the safety measures. Then coming to the next one is matrix organization structure. Matrix organization structure is very essential and a violation of unity of command. So vertical structure will be from bottom to top, top to bottom. The communication and feedback will flow, and matrix organization, it will flow vertical as well as horizontal. Matrix structure is the realization of two-dimensional structures which emanate directly from two dimensions of authority. So one person is one subordinate is having two masters. One is vertical, another one is horizontal. To whom he have to answer, to whom he have to obey is with confusion. Personnel are drawn from their respective functional departments. Each functional staff has two bosses, his administrative head as well as his project manager. Administrative head as well as a project manager. You just understand the people, IAS or IPS officers. IAS and IPS officers they are under the control of central government. They have separate rules and IAS, IPS rules are there. They have to work under that. But if they are working in a state, they have to abide the orders of the local chief minister, who is the elected government head. So to whom they have to answer, one is the administrative, another one is the project one. State is a project one. Sorry. చేస్తా 10 నిమిషాలు చేస్తా. So he is in geo paradise. He is in geo paradise, so he has to state project is there, and central administration is there. That is happened with the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. And so that was closed, leave it about, that was closed itself. So that is in the matrix organization. So the authority is quite vertical as well as horizontal. Okay. Then look at here. Project A, production manager, general manager production he has to answer, and he has to answer to the project A manager itself. He is answerable to the general administration production and project A production manager. So he is having the two bosses. Okay, that is matrix organizational structure. Then coming to the advantages or merits of matrix: operational freedom and flexibility. How it will be operational freedom and flexibility? He has to work under the two bosses, focuses on end results. So overall they will abide the rules and regulations, but they will mostly concentrate on their project work. Maintains professional identity, holds an employee responsible for management of process. So these are the merits. Disadvantages are greater degree of coordination. So it's not possible to coordinate with the two. That is, but violates unity of command. Both people will pinch with the pins and there will be more pain, not at all satisfaction. Difficult to definite authority and responsibility. Employee may be demotivated. Okay, that's so suitable to the. It can be applicable where there is a pressure for dual focus, a pressure for high information processing, pressure for shared resources, aerospace, chemicals, banking, advertising, etc. This matrix organization may be suitable. Then coming to the committee organization. Committee organization. So committee organization. Committee does not represent a separate type of organization like line and staff are functional. Committee may be defined as a group of people performing some aspects of managerial functions. Okay, we will know about the parliamentary committee functions. Parliamentary committees were appointed, and IT committee, informational technology committee is there. Mr. Shashi Tharoor MP is head of that committee, and his job is to frame the rules and regulations and look after the social media or information technology in India. So a group of member of parliaments will form into a committee and look after or guide, advise the information technology related issues to the government or parliament. Okay. So this type of organization is called as a committee organization. Committee is a body of persons appointed or elected to meet on an organized basis for the consideration of matters brought before it. So what they will do, they will frame rules and regulations, and that will be submitted to the parliament for enactment. Even in the organization or company also, management will appoint a committee with 2 or 3 people to inquire into misbehavior of a particular person, or to inquire, to suggest certain things for better management. So a committee was appointed for bringing the reforms in administrative matters of the company or a organization. So that is committee type of organizations. Look at here. Committee organizations are board of directors, general manager. So board of directors and general manager is assisted by these committees: executive committee, finance committee, purchase committee, and accounts committee, like that. Sales, marketing, like that different committees were appointed. Their job is to research and advise the board of directors as well as the general manager. Okay. So then coming to the committee, types of committees, formal and informal committee, executive committee, advisory committee, standing committee, line committee. Different any number of committees you can prepare and you can seek their advice in the day-to-day matters or specialized matters. Suppose I want to start a telecom operations in Sri Lanka from my company. I will appoint a committee to study the possibilities of introducing cellular operations in Sri Lanka, and the committee will study and will advise me when to start, how to start, and what are the decisions I have to take immediately, next, and further. That will guide me in that regard. Advantage, pooling of knowledge, coordination and communication, motivation is possible. These are the advantages. Then coming to the demerits, slow decisions. In the parliament itself, there are some committees were appointed and they were not at all one meeting was not at all convenient till now. Such committees. So sometimes it will be decisions are slow, expensive, they will pay the remuneration to them, and we have to bear all the expenses to the team which is going to Sri Lanka to study the cellular operations. Difficult to maintain secrecy. So our secrets may be revealed by the committee members to other company for money or whatever it may be. Compromise sometimes, okay? They may compromise in their advices. Then coming to the boundaryless organizational structures. Traditional organizational structures problems are slow or poor in responding customer requirement, failure to get things to done. Customers or vendors has a hard time dealing with the organizations, lack of flexibility to changing mission needs, rapidly changing world. So that's why there were some organization structure was created, that is boundaryless organization structure. So boundaries between layers within an organization, and horizontal is boundaries which exist between organizational departments. External barriers between the organizational and outside world, and geographic barriers among organization units located in different countries. So these are the boundaries which may be kept for the organizational structure. Then what is boundaryless organization? It may be defined as an organization structure that can avoid all the barriers. So it is if this organization is have no barriers. Boundaryless organization allows free flow of ideas, information, resources throughout the organization and into others. So this structure is very powerful one, which is able to pass their ideas, insist their ideas, information, and suggest the resources. As the name indicates, boundaryless organization eliminates internal boundaries among the subsystems and external boundaries with the external environment. Okay, whether you know or not, so organizations are having some influential personalities who are retired from the government organization. Suppose my company is export company. I am exporting sandalwood. So in that manner, I will appoint a committee which will be recommend me or which will advise me in exporting sandalwood to different countries. So what I will do, I will hire a person who is expertise in and that forest department who dealt with sandalwood, and I will appoint a committee in this manner in guiding the internal people and how much size I have to cut, which type of sandalwood is having the growth to export, and external environment, how what are the barriers I will face at the airports and shipyards. That will be guided by the boundaryless organization structure. Okay. It is a combination of team and network structures with the addition of temporariness. It is a combination of team and network structures with the addition of temporariness. Okay. So a team, our local team, as well as the advisor in this regard will help us to export our products. Creativity, quality, timeliness, increase in speed and flexibility are the benefits of boundaryless organization. It's creativity in the sense, so they are the highly influenced people, highly qualified people, and they suggest us very quality, quick and creativity, quality, quick decisions with a creativity. Okay. Then coming to the next structure is team organizational structure. Okay. So a structure which the entire organization made up of work groups or teams is known as a team structure. This is simple one, easily we can understand. So team structure means they will construct, organization will construct or create into teams, and both a permanent team or temporary, depends upon the situation, and each team member will report to each other, and it leads to boundaryless organization in a boundaryless world. And the team structures, we find cross-functional team meant for improving lateral relations, solving problem, completing special projects and accomplishing the routine tasks. Okay, we will usually heard SPV, special purpose vehicle. So government of either state governments or central governments will appoint SPV, special purpose vehicles, which is guide the organization in installing their function facilities or production facilities, marketing facilities, whatever it may be. A recent announcement by Tesla, Elon Musk. So what is, I am interested to start manufacturing of electrical vehicles. So our government offered an invitation. That is, suppose that invitation was accepted by Elon Musk, then SPV will be created to advise both Musk as well as a government, which invited the Tesla. So employees are involved and empowered because of reduced barriers among the functional areas. So the expert team is guided these people in and helping the organization to bring their achievements. Then coming to the inverted pyramid organization structure. This is an alternative to the traditional chain of command, and this structure is narrow at the top and wide at the bottom base. So it will be like a pyramid. Pyramid will be narrow at the top and wide at the bottom. Sales people and sales support staff sit on the top as the key decision makers, and all the issues related to the sales and the dealings with the customers. Sales staff are in touch with the customers and aware of the requirement of the customers. and they are given all the freedom to follow their own best judgments at all levels. So this is a pyramid structure of a organization. Look at here, frontline staff, support staff, middle staff, senior management. First they will deal, frontline staff will deal with customer, not possible support staff, then middle management and senior staff. It is a inverted pyramid structure, okay? Then coming to the virtual organizational structure. So it facilitates competitiveness in the global markets, and there can be alliance and partnership with other organizations. The foreign universities are appointing their study, taking the franchise with the local study centers for the admissions. Is nothing but virtual organizational structures. They will do the admissions online and make the people get admission in their universities. And this is a flexible organization, remove all traditional boundaries. It is temporary network of companies that come together quickly to exploit fast changing opportunities. So what the organization will do, if it is looking at South India, it will concentrate on only on South India education institutions. It changes its mood and mind to go only restrict to the North India, then it will change that. Okay, it requires strong IT, yes, exactly. Going to eliminate and avoid all boundaries for the business purpose. Cellular organizational structure. Last one, okay? The video content reached more than 30 minutes. The organizational structures around the units or cells that complete the entire assembly process are called cellular organizational structures. So these organizations or workers manufacture total product or sub-assembles in teams. So for manufacturing one unit, that is called one cell. So car division is there, car manufacturing. So only body manufacturing company, their body is there. That body unit manufacturing or body building is one of the organizational structure they will perform, they will construct. Each team is free to recognize itself to improve performance and product quality. It is both lean and flat structure. Cells comprise self-managed teams. Okay, so there will be freedom was given to the people who are working in bodybuilding unit how to build innovatively, and that will be taken permission from their boss. So that's why we are getting different products every time. This R&D department will advise the production department with the new structures. Okay, that is cellular department. Then coming to the next video is for departmentalization authority, like that we will see next video. Okay students, bye.